Hello, and welcome to James Liz's Express Lane, where we get you out as fast as possible. As you can see, DSP is in a new guild. He got dropped by, B Club. Picked up a new one. Whatever, not that big a deal. Although he was made an enforcer, so he can stop people from joining to dox others, but people will get through. It is what happens. Or he'll abuse his powers and piss off the rest of the guild and get banned. Which has happened before. Like when he was mod for whatever gaming tournament was going on, and he was started making fun of the game that was being played, and I was like, why are you a mod if you hate this game? Ban everyone. I was like, you can't ban everyone. So they banned him. Anyways, you think Phil will ever reach this point? How this game almost ruined my life and how I quit. I began playing WWE Champions around the time it released. At the time, I was getting back into wrestling because my children had gained interest in WWE. As someone who grew up watching in the 1980s and through the early 2000s, it was fun to share the interest with my kids. Somehow I stumbled onto the game and downloaded it. The thrill of picking up new superstars was exciting. I managed to build a decent roster without spending money. Congratulations. Eventually, all the entertainment started to work, and I would make purchases here and there because I would tell myself, I can afford it. I make over $100,000 a year, just like DSP. Gradually, I became a whale, dropping at least $1,000 a month on different packs, trying to obtain newly released superstars. Having joined a top faction made it feel mandatory to spend money, so I keep up with my faction mates and keep my roster strong. Downloading Discord only made it worse as I would constantly receive messages from faction mates. Just like DSP. It got so bad at one point that I remember spending a couple $1,000s a month of one of the WrestleManias. For all that expenditure, I had a few virtual superstars and tons of duplicates. At this point, some reality hit me. I realized that all the money I was spending on the game could have gone to a great experience for my kids. For example, the amount of money I spent that month, I could have used to buy tickets and fly my kids to watch WrestleMania live. Very good point. Thankfully, I never went into debt over my spending, but it got bad enough that when an opportunity to take a job in a developing country came up, I took it. The salary was dramatically higher than what I'd be making in the US, and with lower expenses. I figured it'd be better for my financial well-being. So there's a direct line between me becoming a whale and now living in a pretty cappy country. Holy sh! The addiction is strong in this one. Maybe not as strong as DSP, but had I not been wasting so much money on WWE Champions, I'd still be living in the US near friends and family. How did I quit? The first step was dropping out of all factions. Factions are just a time suck and become a money suck by making you think you need to keep up with others. I didn't know anyone in my faction, personally. I would be embarrassed to admit to people in meat space, the real world, that I was spending money/time trying to keep up with people I didn't even know. God, that's so sad, though. I don't even play much anymore. It's like a spell, and once it's broken, you can move on to other things. New comments. Well done, pal. Honestly, this game functions on creating gambling addiction and the need constantly to be at the top. You did well for yourself and your family. I quit last year when I found myself constantly on the game, even when I was with friends. DSP is still on it. This speaks volume about Phil and why he's been hand-waving his financial responsibilities. He's hopelessly addicted and keeps burning the piles of pay pigs' pennies. Wow. But this is a very good look into the addiction of WWE Champions. I don't know about you, but I've never gotten addicted to a game like this. I cannot imagine spending $1,000 a month, if not more, on a mobile game. Or any game. I mean, $1,000 a month? That's 10 games with money left over for pizza. For the year. And mind you, this guy stopped. This guy realized what was happening and what it was doing to him and quit. After he moved to another country. That's a shithole. But he finally quit. Unlike DSP, who declared bankruptcy over this. At least $40,000 at the time of declaring bankruptcy. Let's say you put it all on credit cards. They made minimum payment. So it's going to be more than $40,000 because interest. Now, obviously, all the interest, all the spending that he put on his credit cards went away. Now it's purely tips, tips, tips. I can spend those right away. On what, DSP? None of your business. Land manual ban. Imagine, if you will, a world where DSP did not go into debt playing WWE Champions and Immortals and Supercard and DBZ Dokkan Battle and Final Fantasy Estivus and Marvel Twin Alliance or First Flight, whatever the hell it's called, and any other gacha games. All that money that he made over the years could have paid off the Connecticut condo, could have paid off the Toyota, could have paid off the Wa condo. Roughly $1.7 million was made before he declared bankruptcy. And he owns nothing. He owns nothing. He does not own a single thing. There's not a single thing in his name. There's 2 condos in banks' names. There's a car that's in a bank's name. It's like, well, he's got consoles, he's got computers, he's got toys and figurines. Alright. But he's broken all of them. He's used all of them. A collectible is a collectible because you don't break it. You keep it in its packaging. When you remove it from said packaging, it loses all of its value. Now you just have a box. Congratulations. God. And I was trying to figure out what he spent his money on, because obviously, gacha, but before the gacha, before he moved to Washington, what was he spending his money on in Connecticut? I couldn't figure it out, because yes, BMWs and toys and paintings, like, yes, but he made $300,000 in 1 year. 1 year. Let's say he actually got around to paying his taxes, alright, he got to keep $200,000. Where did that money go? It didn't go to the Connecticut condo. He was making minimum payments on it. Didn't go to any cars because he got leases. It's not like he was able to... He could have bought a BMW for crying out loud. Instead, he leased 2 of them. Someone pointed out, though, he had student loans, apparently. It's like, alright, student loans. And he had credit card debt from his FGC days. It's like, alright. So let's say 1 year is excused. The year that he made the most money, all that money went to student loans, bills, taxes, credit card debt that he racked up during FGC days. Alright. Where did all the bank money go? Where did all the helicopter job company go? Where did all the other years he was doing YouTube go? He moved to Washington. It's like, alright, so he bought the condo flat out? No. He put a minimum down payment and he's been making minimum payments ever since. Okay. And we saw the video. He spent like $6,000 cash because they wouldn't take a credit card. They would only take cash. Okay, so $6,000 cash. Where did the rest of the money go? I mean, yes, from time he moved into Washington on up, WWE mobile games, Estivus, Final Fantasy, Marvel Twin, Dokkan Battle, like all right, we get that. Was he doing this back in Connecticut? Did he, well, one of many, many reasons, lose his helicopter jobs? Is like, hey, Phil, how come you didn't take those last 6 calls? Dude, I gotta get this new event before it expires. Ack. Fired. Also, the fact that he was probably showing up drunk if he showed up at all. Can you imagine, like, you're in your cubicle, you're taking phone calls, doing the customer support thing, and then in the next one, you hear, son of a bitch, bullshit! I'll just buy another one. Bullshit! I'll just buy another one. Come on! Ack. I spent $300 and I still haven't pulled a new character. $100. Yeah, alright, it only took me $500 to get the new character. Like, Phil, you're supposed to be working. Dude, shut up! I gotta get this event done before it ends. I only got like 3 more hours. I was up till 4 o'clock in the morning playing this game. That's why I was half an hour late, because I was having trouble getting out of bed. I could still see that happening, though. Freaking trash. Anyways, that'll be enough for this, guys. I've droned on long enough. Thank you for watching. As always, like, subscribe, comment down below, and have a wonderful day.